Today I'm going to show you that how you can print the array, how you can print the reverse of an array without without using extra space. In the previous lecture, in the previous tutorial, what I tried to explain that how you could reverse an array with using extra space. So let me tell you the pros and cons. When you use the extra space, it increases your space complexity, increases your time complexity, it increases, and basically it lacks, your code lacks. You know, the best interviewer, the best coders are those whose complexity and time complexity is less, so that the program can run smoothly without any delay. And in the interview also, you would be asked to give the most optimized way to solve this problem, not the brute force way. So let us move towards how to do this code. First of all, we'll write hashtag include iostream using name space std. So I have users included this header file using namespace std and all, because namespace std tells that there are the certain keywords like which we use cout, cin, they exist over here, and it tells what is the function of those cout and cin, everything. Now int main. Now after int main, I am giving, this time I am providing the array. Okay, suppose the array entered by the user is of 5 length and it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I am applying the for loop. Int I equals to 0, I greater than, it will go till n by 2. See, I am creating the general code where I have written n, but here as I have declared, so I do not, or you can then also you can create n, like see int n equals to size of array, divided by size of int. Okay, so I plus plus. Now I'm going to do that array of I will be equal, I'm creating one, wait a second, let me create one variable which is int temp. Okay, so I'm creating temp equals to array of I, temp equals to array of I, or you could have created temp over here only, but let it be. And array of I equals to array of n minus 1 minus I and array of n minus 1 minus I, it will be equals to temp. Okay, and now what I'll do, that I'll print the reverse array after this. For int I equals to 0, I greater than n I plus plus and I'm going to cout array of I. Okay, and for the code to be visible clearly, let's add some space, and here you have to add return 0. And the question might strike inside your head that why do we add return 0 over here? Because here you are using int type. So int type shows that the function the function which is created over here is going to return some integer value. That's why we return 0 over here. Now let's run the code. I'm going to explain you each and everything what happened. See, 76543. Now let's make it for the even array. Let's add one more element, which is 8. Run the code. 876543. I hope this would have been clear to you, and I know just I have written the code. I have not explained you anything. Let me explain it. And one more thing, that it might be like you might be thinking that why did we added temp over here, means this variable I could have simply declared it over here also, which is true. You could have declared it over here only. There won't be any change. It would be printed as it was printed earlier in the reverse order. Okay, see what I did. I created the array. In the previous video, if you will see where I have used the extra space for reversing an array, you will realize that I have taken, means in that I have dealt with in very detail. Like I have taken n from the user, everything I have taken from the user, and then I have reversed the array. Here I have declared the array by myself. If you want, then you could, like for general practice, you could take like see what I'm trying to explain, that I'm also a student, and what I used to do, that in order to get one concept very clear in my mind, like when I have read for the very first time that how to take the input from the user, I, even though in the tutorial the teacher used to declare the array, what I used to do, that I used to take the input from the user, and when I used to do the same thing again and again, the things became very clear. So in the same manner, here I have created the array for the um, six size of array, and here I have taken out the size. I have gone from I equals to 0 to n by 2 I plus plus, and I have created one and see the major logic which is applied over here is that why we went to n by 2. This was a question which struck in my mind also when I studied for the very first time. So see, just take out your pen and paper. And the way I'm going to deal, the way I'm going to explain that how the array is reversed, what I mean, that the way I'm going to tell you, you do the exactly the same thing. Okay, so you should do for the smaller one. It should be 4. Okay, I'm removing 2 elements from here. Now see, when I have create an array in your copy, create an array for 3 4 5 6. Create it. I hope you would be following me. You just create an array, and after that the one more variable is there, which is n, which is storing the size of the array will be 4 4 16. It is 1 2 3 4, and one integer type bits of 4 bytes. So 4 into 4, which is equals to 16, and 16 by what I'm doing, like see, if you would have printed the size of array, it would have got printed 16. Let me show you. If you I would have printed cout size of array, size of array. Now see, when I would have done this, I would have printed size of array. What would be there? 16. Look at this number 16. The rest one is the reverse. Here 16 got printed. So what I'm trying to show you is this only, that size of array, it will give you 16. And now I'm trying to print out size of int. Size of int. Okay. Now see, 4 would get printed besides 16. See, 16, I have not added space and I don't want to waste my time right now for these things. And here it is 4. Okay, now what I'll do, in order to get the size, when I'll divide 16 by 4, it gives 4. And 4 is the size of array also. So in this manner, I get the size of the array. Okay. But let me, for your satisfaction, I know when you start doing coding for the very first time, like I have also experienced the same thing, you want everything to be crystal and clear. Let me add space and then I'm going to show you. See, 16 is the size of array, 4 is the size of integer. When I divide it, then I get the size of the array. You can even see out the n also. See out n. Now see. Four got printed. 4 is the size of the array. I have printed out even that also. Now return back to your copy. See what I did. I created a I. You just create a container I. डब्बा टाइप का बना लो. You just create a container I. Created I. Now in that container, first of all, store the value 0. Stored. Now why am I putting condition for n by 2? The basic logic applies over here. Is 4 is the size of the given array. I'm going 4 by 2. I'm doing 4 by 2. I'm going till 2. Why I'm going from 0, 1, 2 only? And even I'm not I'm not including 2. So see, 0 and first. Once the 0 and the first element of the array gets replaced by the by the last elements present in the array, I have used one container, extra container, you could see over here, not the entire extra variable. It may be very clear to you. I have just used a container and I have tried to swap the numbers. Here the swapping has been done and I have swapped the number over here, array of n minus and once it goes to the middle, okay, once it goes to the middle, just apply your brain that if it is going to go for the entire array for the n, then once the number is swapped, don't you realize that the same number would get repeated over here? Because once the number has been swapped, everything is done, and now it is going from after the middle also, after the middle element also, it is going beyond that. You will realize that the same number gets repeated. Means 3, 4, 4 and 3 will 3 and 4 will only be printed for the next time also. You just dry run. Just listen to me. Just dry run the things. Okay, now 0 is there, and inside the I container, create one more dabba like that. That is the for the temp. Okay, now temp is storing the array of I value. Array of 0th value here it is 3. Temp is storing 3, and array of I. Now the array of I is storing the array of n minus 1 minus I logic. N minus 1 and minus I matlab 5 minus 1 minus I. It is for fourth element, sorry, 4 minus 1 minus 0, the third element it will be storing. You have to apply your brain over here that how this n minus 1 minus I logic I have got. Like, see how I got it. It's 0. When it is 0, I want the third element. So 4 minus 1 will always be there. N minus 1 is always going to exist. And it needs to be changed as it goes to the other for the first index. So 4 minus 1 minus 0. Now the third element gets stored over here. Okay. So the third element gets stored over here, and I really wanted that only. When I move to the first element, I want the second element to be stored. So for that, what I am going to do, 4 minus 1 minus 1. Right? So n minus 1 minus I, the index I is 1 this time. So the second element would get stored over here. Now you just apply the logic. When I'll go to the third element in the same manner, when I'm going to go for the third element or the second element, sorry, if I would have included second element. So don't you think the same logic would have gone repeated? Like array of, now I'm moving towards the second array of 2. So array temp array of 2, in a temp, now which value is going to be stored? The reverse one, which is the 5, and after 5 is going to be stored over here. So array of I, in the array of I, what will happen, that is in the second element, n minus 1 minus I would get stored, means 5 minus 1 minus 2. I this time has become 2, so the second element would have get stored over 5. So in the array of I also 5 would have got stored, and minus 1 minus I equals to 10. Then don't you realize that 5 will only get printed over here? So you need to apply this logic in this manner. You just dry run the thing once, okay? And you will realize that how this logic had been applied over here. This is all right now what I can help you out, okay? Because if you are not going to dry run the things, it would be like a learning. You would learn the code, and trust me, if in today's scenario, if you are not applying the logic and you're just learning the code, job market is going to crash for you. So this was all for today. Just enjoy learning, do the things which you love to do. If you love coding, just do it, focus on this. Every power is within you. Thank you.